my name is Lee and welcome to Journey of a Student Nurse. So today's video is just going to be a very short one, and it's just to talk a little bit about what to expect of the channel in the next sort of couple of months over the summer. So I'm going to be doing a day in the life video of a student nurse. Now I'm currently on placement and I'm going to be doing it when I go back into placement on the day shifts. So I'm going to be talking a little about what life is like as a student nurse when you're out on placement, and when I get the chance, when I'm on my break or, at the beginning of the shift or before my shift begins and at the end of my shift, I'm going to talk a little bit about, what life is like when you're a student nurse on placement. I'm not going to go into the details of that because I'm going to save that for the video. The next video I'm going to do is talk a little bit about student leadership. Now, I've done something similar to this before where I talked about it with a friend called Jack, and we talked about student leadership. And I'm going to leave a link in the description below to that video if you want to go check that out. I think it's a really useful topic to talk about and why leadership is important in nursing, and why I believe personally, and I think there's a lot of other reasons to support this, and why we really need to encourage student nurses to think about leadership throughout their pre-registration training. As people who are student nurses will know this, and if you're not a student nurse, you're about to begin your nursing journey, you'll know that leadership is one of the core elements of nursing practice. And under the new NMC standards, leadership is going to be incorporated a little bit more into the pre-registration training. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and try and talk about the standard, where about these pre-reg standards are coming in. Also, the next video I'm going to do is talking about, beginning your nursing journey. So this is aimed at student nurses who are about to begin come September. So this is going to be something to, be excited about, because if you're about to start your student nurse journey in September, this is a great video and I hope it will be useful. And I'm going to be talking about my experience when I started uni, talking about the excitement, talking about the nerves, talking about all the societies that I wanted to join, talking about all the sports clubs, saying I'm going to be the fit student nurse. I'm going to be talking about all that. So that's something that I'm going to be kind of unpicking. And I'm going to, talk about my hints and tips to what I think will help you begin university, or, what the best things to do. I'm also going to in that video cover a little bit about, if you have like additional support needs, for example, if you've got dyslexia, if you need adjustments for exams and stuff, like extra time, I'm going to be talking about why, it's very useful to get support as early as you can. And this isn't, and I'm going to try and help break some of the stigma with that, and it's saying why it's useful to have that support in place. Finally, the next video I'm going to do is an updated video on, what I think, are the essential items that a student nurse will need. Now, I've done a video on this before. I'm going to link that again below in this video. So it's a really useful video, and I went through sort of 5 key items what I think were useful for nursing, well, for student nurses and registered nurses. I also had a couple of additional items as well, and I'm going to be updating that a little bit more, what I think would be useful. So again, that's a wee subjective guide. And sort of finally, I'm going to be going back to doing some videos that I previously talked about back in World Autism Awareness Week. So in World Autism Awareness Week, I did a video talking about sensory sensitivity, and I said that I was, in this 13-minute video, I talked about, various, senses, about sensory overload and, sensory sensitivity, things like that, and I started to talk about, how each sense could be affected. Now, when I was doing that video, I thought I could cover it. I said you couldn't cover everything in that video. So I said I'm going to do individual videos for each of the 5 senses. So they're going to be coming out very shortly. So we're going to be, so really be, excited by this. So I'm hoping that will be a very good one. So I'm also considering maybe doing a couple of additional videos as well between sort of proprioception and vestibular to link that into those videos. But again, I'm not so sure how I'm going to go about that, but I really want to cover the sort of first, the 5 key senses. So your sound, your taste, your touch, your smell, and your sight, kind of covering those things. So that's something that I'm going to be doing in the coming while. So a lot to expect. Now, these sensory videos are not going to all come out in the summer. They're going to come out throughout the summer and possibly up through to October time. So we're sort of planning ahead. So I do hope that that will be useful on that part. And if you're wondering, I will be doing more videos talking about Asperger's and autism. I'm also going to try and get back to doing the vlogs again if I can. Now, I'm going to try, I've said before that I would like to try and do these weekly, maybe not weekly, but every sort of couple of weeks, try and get a wee update of things. So I'm going to try and do that a little bit more frequently. So at least, if not 2 vlogs a month, at least 1 a month. So that would be something to expect. So that's it for this video. I hope that you found this video helpful about what to expect, and so please, be excited, be eager to, look at these videos. So if you haven't already, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and push the notification bell by the subscribe button to be notified that whenever I post a video on the channel, you'll be the first to know. So that's it for today's video, guys. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. And that's bye from me, and I shall see you later.